of all the Red Hound football games this year. We expect it to be a great year as Coach Cotton Adams comes in after winning 8, losing 1 last year in his second year as head coach of the Corbin Red Hounds. Some fine players are coming back. I think we're going to have a very exciting season. And I know it's going to be enhanced because coming back to help us this year, and a person I admire very much for many, many different things, and one of those is in his football playing days, and I think his knowledge is going to help us a great deal, Bill Hoover. Bill?
Thank you, Don. I appreciate that.
We're going against a team tonight in 4A competition that will pose a problem, no doubt. They won 9 and lost 2 last year. They look to be an experienced team. Bill, tell us about Madison Central.
Well, I talked with Coach Adams prior to the game here tonight, and he said that he was really worried about the size, and especially the size and being well coached. They've got a back probably that's as good as any in this part of the country. This Isabel, he's 6 foot, 6'2", 200-pound halfback, and I think he picked up about 1,500 yards last year, 20-some points against Male, and had like 225 yards against Belfry. So he knows how to play against the class teams in the state.
His speed could really give us fits.
Yeah, we're looking at 4.65 legit on this one.
Now, as far as Corbin is concerned, I think our weight and size is very good.
Well, Cotton feels the same way on that. He just hopes that our people will go out and execute. He's been a little leery about the execution this week. He feels like we can line up with them, but we just got to wait and see.
Did you get any information about Madison Central's potential for passing?
Didn't say anything about the passing. He said they come at you. They've got the backs that can break to the outside, and we're a little inexperienced there. They're deep with seniors, Madison is. And our people, I think we've got 6 seniors on the team, and most everything we line up with are with underclassmen.
And we know from watching Corbin in the panorama last week how they can pass. I was very impressed with this young quarterback, Greg Duncombe.
Well, Duncombe, you know, he came in last year whenever Grigsby got hurt, and he came in and he proved that he can play in good competition. And he's put on some weight this summer, looks real good. He throws the ball. And the thing that Coach Adams said, he wanted to come out and try to establish a running game so that he can go ahead and get to the air.
Very excited about this football campaign. We only have 9 games, but Bill, what a schedule that is.
Well, you know, we're talking about, you know, playing a schedule that everybody has complained about for years, that we don't play that strong of a schedule. This year, we're going to have to sit back and watch just exactly what happens because it's going to be a strong schedule.
Right. There aren't many pushovers in this schedule this year. I think it's going to be a fine and exciting one to watch, and we hope you'll join us here on TVS of Corbin. We'll be back with the starting lineups in just a moment. 1. And back here at Madison Central, let's take a look at the starting lineups. First of all, for the Corbin Red Hounds in their opening game, starting at a tight end position will be number 88, Martin Pennington. He's a 6', 184-pound junior. At the split end, number 18, Harold Nooners-Reedy Jr., a 5'9", 161-pound freshman. At a tackle position will be number 68, Matt Church. Church is 5'10", a 220-pound senior. The other tackle slot, number 75, Brian Curd. Curd at 6 feet even, a 210-pound senior. At a guard will be number 63, Steve Jewell. He's 5'10", a 223-pound senior. The other guard position is number 54, Roger Rose. Rose at 5'9", a 210-pound junior. Starting at center, number 61, Alan Sadler. Sadler is 6'2", a 194-pound junior. In the backfield for the Red Hounds at quarterback is number 5, Greg Duncombe. He's 5'11", a 179-pound junior. At a halfback will be number 24, Tommy Greer. Greer is 5'11", a 180-pound senior. The other halfback is number 40, Darren Steely. Steely at 5'10", a 164-pound junior. And the fullback is number 46, Danny Rollins. Rollins a 5'9", 195-pound senior. Madison Central won the toss. They elected to receive. Normally, Corbin likes to wear those red jerseys all the time, but because Madison Central, the home team, Bill, tonight they get the option, and of course they have the red on. Corbin will be in white.
That's right, Don. I tell you what, you know, both these teams look very similar in the color contrast here. It looks like, you know, Corbin's playing Corbin. Both of them red and white.
So kicking off, and a kid that's taking over for his older brother, T.R. Storms, is Bill Storms. He's a 5'7", 172-pound sophomore. Bill, number 48. Madison Central now with their deep man and the speedster, Darwin Isbell, number 2, is standing deep, but the ball is coming off to the right to number 36, Joe Kays. And Kays comes across the 25-30 to about the 32-yard line. So Madison Central will start their progress from there. And our football season is underway. The ball at the 32-yard line for Madison. As they'll split an end wide to the right side. Halfback comes wide left. The quarterback is Purcell. And I hope this is not an indication of things to come, Bill.
No, I'm not sure what they called here, but I believe it's against Corbin here, and I'm not sure just exactly what it is, Don.
So Corbin, encroachment right off the bat, and that's going to put the ball up to the 37-yard line, where they'll have it 1st down and 5 on the penalty. Not a play run thus far. In the backfield at quarterback is David Presnell. He's number 3. Tommy Gross comes wide left. Isbell, the tailback, and the fullback is Joe Kays. From the 37-yard line. First offensive play, Isbell gets the call. 40, ridden down at about the 42 as 2 Corbin Redhounds come in pursuit. One of them, number 24, Tommy Greer, and Steely, number 40. So they're going to use him quite a bit tonight.
Yeah, you're going to see they're going to go with him. He's the power back for him. He's the boy that can break it outside.
A 1st down to the 42. But they only had 5 yards to go for the 1st down, and they got those 5. And from the 42-yard line, 1st and 10. Once again is Bell, and what a lick that was.
Yeah. He was met there by number 46, Don. I'm trying to pick up 46 on the sheet. Storms.
Okay, let's see. 48 and 46 are the linebackers, Storms and Rollins, and 46 Rollins got him right in his tracks, Bill. We might tell you just how we're on top of a press box here. We don't have press box facilities, and we're trying to hold all of our papers and microphones and all, and it's just a bit difficult. So the gain, Isbell gets about a yard to the 43-yard line. Quarterback option this time, and he comes across the 45 as Presnell gets plenty of attention, and the Redhounds defensively looking good thus far.
Yeah, that was Martin Pennington that came up and made a real good lick on him there.
Number 88, Martin Earl Pennington, has stopped him at the 46-yard line. And now it's going to be 3rd down and 6 for the 1st down as a flag goes down. Presnell back to throw, and he has company. The Redhounds, if the penalty is against Madison Central, will be in good position here to get the ball because they had number 63 Jewel, 68 Church, among others that got back there.
Yeah, they showed real good pursuit there. There's a penalty, though, Don, and I'm not sure if that pursuit that we showed there was part of the penalty. No, it appears to be against Madison.
So that's going to be an 8-yard loss on that play, putting the ball back to the 38-yard line. The original line of scrimmage was the 42, which would make it 4th down and 14, and so the Redhounds defensively come out looking good.
Look real good on that. Now we've got a chance to get the ball here, and it doesn't look to be that bad a field position.
They got the 1st down to start the game as Isbell had to run only 5 yards, but I have a feeling, although we've seen him run a couple of times, we haven't seen the last of this number 2.
No, we're going to see plenty of them tonight, Don. Of course, Corbin's got a chance here to get a little momentum. If they hold them here, come out like this on their field, and they can hold them, we get the ball and do a few things right, we've got a chance to make things happen for us.
Madison Central undoubtedly will be kicking here on 4th down and 14.
Ball's on the 41-yard line. 3rd
Well,
down and 11.
Why 3rd down? Didn't. I'm a little confused. They call it 3rd and 11 at the 41. Nevertheless, Kays wide to the right side is at the 45 and taken down at midfield.
Steely made a fine tackle on that, fine tackle, but he beat a couple of people outside there. He looked real good on that.
Kays has brought it to midfield, And now it still will be 4th down. I'm not sure what happened just a moment ago. Maybe I lost out on something, but I was thinking that they had him down back at the 38-yard line. The ball ended up on the 41. The indication was a penalty against Madison Central, and I thought it would have been dead at the 38-yard line. So with all of that happening, it still appears that Corbin has held them at midfield as they have to get down to the Corbin 48-yard line, and Madison Central has called a timeout as to talk about what to do right here. With 8 minutes and 50 seconds to go, we're in the first period of this game. Timeout on the score. Corbin nothing, Madison Central nothing.
Down back. Russell Thomas.
In punt formation number 82, Russell Thomas, and deep for Corbin is Greer and Steely from his own 40-yard line. High kick. Let's see, it's going to be Greer fielding at the 5. 10 and at about the 11-yard line. So Bill, Corbin has their work cut out for them deep in their own territory.
Yeah, what looked to be a situation where we'd have had good field position. I think that what happened was that we took the penalty and we didn't let them march it off. We had an 8-yard loss there, and now they've got us deep in our own territory. So we do have our work cut out for us, Don.
Corbin offense gets their first chance to operate tonight, and although Greg Duncombe likes to pass, he's not in that position of the field right now to do so. So perhaps the Red Hounds are going to have to inch out the yardage and hope to get that field position for his talent. As they're set with a full house backfield and both ends are in tight, Duncombe goes under. From the 11 and straight up the middle. Oh, what a run by Rollins. Rollins up to the 20, 21, 22, and he has that first down. I believe after watching Madison Central's coaches scout Corbin the other night at the Panorama, Rollins was a blocking back, but here he showed us something else.
Well, you know, Rollins is the back that needs to get his hands on the ball every now and then. Of course, he is a blocker, and that's what he's back here. He's supposed to make the holes for Greer, who's filled in for what Taylor did last year. Looked real good on that play. We came out and blasted him right off the line.
They put the ball at the 21, so it's a first down, and Rollins again, and he gets the first down, but he paid for it.
He did pay for it, but he wants the ball, and he wants to carry the ball. He's out there to pay and make somebody pay. He
gets the first down up to the 20, let's call it the 28-yard line. That's a run of 7 yards, and Corbin, just like that, is out of the hole. 1st and 10. They didn't get the first down a moment ago, but they did this time, and the officials are calling a timeout, I think, for an equipment problem. TVS of Corbin presenting the replays of Corbin Red Hound football each Sunday night here on Channel 11 Southern Cable TV. We hope you enjoy them. Just a short timeout for that equipment problem, so we're ready to go now. Corbin again with both ends in tight. Full house backfield. Rollins set ahead of the 2 halfbacks, Steely and Greer, as Duncombe goes under. This time he deals to Greer. He's across the 30 to about the 33, and that's some 5 yards, so the offense is clicking.
Offense is looking good. The linemen are really firing off the ball. They're really firing out good. We're coming to the strong side here, and Pennington had a fine block on that play along with Church. It looked real good on that.
It's going to be 2nd down and 6 as we give Greer 4 yards to the 32-yard line. Corbin staying very conservative thus far, and you might expect that. It's the option by the quarterback Duncombe, and Duncombe across to about the 36 or 37-yard line.
Ball carrier number 5, Greg Duncan. Number 36, Joey K.
So Corbin at this point has an injured player, and while they take the timeout for that, we'll pause for this message from our sponsor. Tommy Greer injured on that play, and very unfortunate as he picked up 4 yards. So Corbin tries it again, and I think there's a fumble.
Tackle by number 36, Joey K.
Joey K making the tackle. Apparently no fumble, and Rollins appeared to be the ball carrier. But he stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
4th down 3. Red Hound.
The ball at the 36-yard line, and Corbin will have it 4th down and 3, and Rose is in punt formation for Corbin. Deep for Central is Darwin Isbell. Rose standing at his 25. Low kick, and it won't be fielded, I don't think. Hits at the 20, rolling laterally across the field to about the 17-yard line. Let's get back to that play on Greer. Corbin is very dependent upon Tommy Greer this year, Bill, because of the loss of Greg Taylor last year. And what happens on the very first time he carries the ball, he's out with an injury.
Well, you know, I don't think he carried on that particular play, Don. I don't know just exactly how it happened. But the thing about it is, you know, just like with Taylor last year, you know, you're so much dependence put on Tommy. Tommy's supposed to fill some big shoes for us this year. And just like when we were in the playoffs in Middlesboro last year, with one injury or one illness, you know what one player can mean to a squad, especially a thin squad like we have at present.
So Corbin has backed up Central to their own 16 after the Rose kick, but look at that big opening up the middle. However, the hit is made at the 30-yard line. Number 35 is Eric Ogden. And number 7 for Corbin making the tackle is, they have different jerseys in the white uniforms, would be Glenn Foley. The gain is good for 14 yards, and the second first down for Madison Central up to the 30-yard line. Quarterback carried out his fake well after bringing it right up the middle once again to Ogden. So with an injury, a demoralizing fact, and now a couple of nice runs can lift a team like Madison Central and depress a team like Corbin, so you got to stiffen your back, Bill, and get back into it.
Corbin's got to bow the neck right here. They've got to dig in and come hard, because I was watching Duncombe just as Greer went down, and he was trying to give that inspiration, you know.
The gain was good for 3 to the 33. It's 2nd and 7. Once again, the option is Bell gets the pitch. 40, 45, and the long gainer up to the 45. It's a pickup of 12. That is the third first down, and this is what we fear.
Yeah, that was what we fear right there, Don. But I tell you what, we've got a freshman out there that just came up and made a good tackle on that. Little Reedy came up and put him down. It was a good play.
The third first down of the game for Madison Central. They have it up to the 45. They open the game with the ball from their 32. This is their second offensive series. Splitting the NY to the left side. Jenkins is split. And once again, they try the middle to Isbell. Isbell at the Corbin 45. He hesitated, and maybe that hesitation gave the Redhounds time to react.
Yeah, he came through there, and he did give a little hesitation and broke outside. Again, the tackle was made by Reedy. He's playing good on that side over there.
The gain is good for almost 10 yards. Let's see, they call it a 9-yard pickup down to the Corbin 44-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 1 for Central now. Wide to the right side, number 84 for Central, as once again he leaves it up the middle and just power yardage, looking for that yard in the first down, and getting it was the fullback K, as Corbin has Rollins and Jewell both on top of him, but nevertheless it's the 4th first down of the game for Madison Central. They have it down to the Corbin 42-yard line after a pickup of 2 by Kays. Opening game of the year, no score. Central at the Corbin 42. Man in motion left side. Well, he's just switching from right to left. Pitch back to Isbell. He's got the corner. 35-30, 25-20, 17-yard line. And Isbell spelling trouble right now for Corbin. Foley preventing him from going in.
It's perfect execution on that play, Don. They set it up. That was just like you do on the board. Came through there, and everybody got their block, and he came through, looked good on the play.
They've spotted the ball at the 20-yard line. That's a run of 22 yards by Isbell. And what looked like a good start for Corbin is turning in the opposite direction now, as the momentum is with the Indians of Madison Central at the Corbin 20-yard line. People wide left and right, and Isbell gets the call, stopped in his tracks, but penalty marker was thrown by the umpire, and I'm not sure what that means, but I would think it may go against Corbin.
Yeah, I think that we had somebody that jumped there. They were a little bit fooled there when the tight end drops back and goes in motion, then resets on the other side. About the time he said, we had a man that jumped there, it looked like.
And they're stepping the penalty off against Madison Central. So, Bill, I gave you a false cue, and I'm glad I did. It's not glad about the cue, but I was glad I was wrong. Okay, it's a 5-yard penalty back to the 25-yard line, and it's going to be first down and 15 now. We're in the opening period. There's no score. Same formation, but this time we have the shift to the right side. Pitch back goes to Isbell. Isbell at the 25, 20. He waits for the interference to develop, and he gets it down to the 15.
You know, here's a back that can go outside with 4.65 speed, and yet when he gets out there, he also can pick his way and pick up his blocking. He's a good prospect, very good prospect.
We see number 63, Jewell, one of those in on the stop for Corbin. But the ball is down to the 15. That is a run of 10 yards by Isbell. However, they had to go 15 for the first down. It's at the Corbin 15 now, 2nd down and 5. Isbell up the middle. He won't get the first down, but he gets valuable yardage. It's going to be just shy as he moves it down to about the Corbin 11-yard line. Again, we see Jewell in on the stop. So Central is threatening here with 1:35 to go in the opening period. There's no score. Corbin will call timeout here to talk about the strategy. We'll be back in a moment. Again, the score, Corbin nothing, Madison Central nothing.
11-yard line, 3rd down 1.
3rd down, a yard to go for Madison Central as they threaten at the Corbin 11-yard line. And Bill, they're showing us this pro set and putting people wide, and of course that presents problems as they get on this 3rd down play, short yardage situation. Corbin reacting defensively now for the set to the left. Isbell cutting wide, stopping. Let's hope he does lose the ball. Corbin's got it. Jewell comes on top of it, and that time waiting for the interference to develop, I believe, cost him the ball.
Well, there was a time that he was picking his way when he should just put his head down and came on outside because he had enough speed to get there. Corbin made a super play on that. Good stand, got the momentum going in our favor. We need to take advantage of it.
Well, that is a great break for Corbin right there. Of course, the Redhounds reacted beautifully to stop Isbell. He needed only a yard off that side, and the fumble has given Corbin the football at the 16-yard line. So let's see now if the Redhounds can get their momentum going again. Reedy split wide to the left side, and this is the first formation, I believe, that we've had anybody split in this ball game. And it's Duncombe looking. He throws. It may be, yes, it's caught by Steely, but it's short yardage, but nevertheless, that can get your head up in the air.
I tell you what, you see pinpoint passing like that in high school, and you know that the quarterback's got something on the ball. He came back there, he had plenty of confidence. It didn't have as much time, but it was a quick pattern, and he hit him through it right in the numbers.
And the gain is good for 3 to the 19-yard line. Steely on the receiving end. That will make Madison Central open up a little bit, and they'll be thinking about Corbin now, knowing that if they'll do it back at the 16, that they're going to have to play for that kind of offense. Corbin again with both ends in tight, and the backfield straight away as they bring it up the middle to about the 24. So the Redhounds aren't having that much difficulty in moving the ball, but they're staying with the fullback thus far.
Well, they're having to right now because Greer's not in there, and Rollins carried the ball the first series there, about 2 plays, I think, and they're going to have to stay with him, Don.
Rollins gets 5 yards to the 24-yard line as the first quarter has come to a close. Well, the team's in a standoff after 1 period of play on a beautiful night for football, the opening of the 1982 football season. A packed stand across the way for the Corbin Redhounds. And we'll be back with period number 2 right after this. Corbin with the ball at the 24-yard line, 3rd down and 2, and a big 2 yards right here. Duncombe, the quarterback, under. And Duncombe leaves it with, I think that was number 25. We'll wait to see. No, it's number 28 for Corbin. That is Steve Rollins, a 5'9", 160-pound junior and the brother of Danny. So the Rollins boys moving the ball for Corbin. I believe he got the first down, Bill, but his footing gave way, and it's going to be close.
Yes, it looks pretty close here, Don. I tell you what, I'm having troubles here with the Rollins. We've got one Rollins, which is number 40. Is that right, Don? 46, and the other one's 28. 28 is Steve, the one that came in and replaced Greer, right?
Right. Steve, the younger. Now, Danny, the starter, at 46, and Steve in the red jerseys, where we had some number changes tonight. Steve normally would wear number 44, and so when you fans see him next week against Bryan Station, Steve Rollins will have on number 44. Here tonight in the white jerseys, he has on number 28. So some of those changes, and Corbin, again, they don't like to wear these white jerseys, but they were forced to tonight because Madison Central is the team you see out there in red. Corbin did get the first down as Steve Rollins, number 24, or rather number 28, got it upfield for about 3 yards. And now, number 25 from Sam Jackson, looking good. So Cotton Adams is forced to go to some of his reserves, and they're responding.
Well, Sam Jackson runs like a water bug anyway. He's about 5'4" and 150-pound junior. And he can make things happen. He's got real good balance, and whenever he takes a lick, he can bounce and he can make that move to the outside.
The ball at the 35, and once again it's Jackson, and watch him go. Hard nose. He just looked at him and had number 28 right out in front of him for the blocking, and Jackson brings it up to about the 39-yard line, a pickup of 4 more, and it looks like another Corbin first down.
Well, we've got a little momentum going here, Don. You know, the thing that Cotton wanted to do, he wanted to establish a running game so he could get to his passing game, but I think that one little pass that he threw down there, it kind of opened things up a little bit.
The Red Hounds have moved the ball from their 16 out to the 39 now. This is Duncombe looking to throw. Pennington long. Pennington just out of his reach. Martin Earl Pennington had his man beat, and that ball was so close to being complete, nevertheless falling incomplete down at the 30-yard line.
Martin Earl covered about 35 yards there in a hurry right there, Don. The pass was not that far off target. Duncombe was near the game with that.
So the ball remains at the 39-yard line, where Corbin will have it second down and 10. We had quite a wind blowing a little earlier. It's died down to nothing right now. Trying to pick his way, I believe that's Jackson, but there was nothing off that left side. Gets just across the 40-yard line. Sam Jackson, number 25.
We got Bill Storms that just came in. I think they're going to use Bill Storms here. He looks like the fullback.
So Bill Storms, number 48, into the lineup for Corbin as they have a wing to the right side, and Duncombe back to throw. Duncombe being rushed, but he throws it, and just too high for Martin Earl Pennington. The pressure got to him that time.
Had a little pressure on him there. He stepped in the pocket, out of the pocket, and he came up and shook one, and about the time he threw, he had another man on him, and it was just a little bit overthrown, Don.
He did well to get by the pursuit that was coming in. The ball at the 40-yard line, and Corbin will have it fourth down, about 9 now. And the wind starts blowing again, and as best I can tell, Bill, it would be probably blowing into the face of Rose as Roger Rose gets set to punt, and Corbin wants another timeout. We have 9 minutes, 53 seconds. We're in the opening half of this game. Timeout on the score. Corbin nothing, Madison Central nothing. And we're ready to go now as Corbin has it fourth down 9, the ball at their own 40-yard line. And for the second time tonight, Rose is in punt formation. And a flag goes down as the kick is off to the right, will not be returned. It's getting a Corbin bounce out of bounds near the 30-yard line. We'll wait to see what the penalty is. I like the way Rose is kicking the ball. He's not giving the opportunity for the return.
No, he's trying to keep it away from Isabel, I think, is what he's doing. The first kick that he kicked, had a good kick, and I think he had the wind with him. That time he went ahead and tried to get the thing out of bounds and angle away from him.
This is Don Eastep with Bill Hoover for TVS, Channel 11 here, Southern Cable TV in Corbin, your eyewitness television, with the replay of Corbin Madison Central football being played on a Friday night, the opening game of the year, and our replays on Sunday night at 8 o'clock here on Channel 11. We hope you enjoy it. The many fine sponsors that make this possible, we appreciate them, and we want you to patronize them, won't you? One of those, of course, is Pepsi-Cola, and the Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company, most responsible for helping TVS get off the ground and making possible the replays. Madison Central set to go now as the ball is at their own 31-yard line. Presnell, the quarterback, leaves it up the middle, and Corbin reacting defensively, but watch Kays as he keeps bouncing off people. Kays really, in all right, should have been stopped at about the 30-yard line, but he was rough enough and rugged enough to bring it up for about 3 yards.
It was one of those kind of runs, Don, where you come up and you make that contact and you make a little more contact and you just keep bouncing, spurting outside. Nobody can get the clear shot. You just keep bouncing.
So the gain is good for a couple of yards to the 33, and it's going to be 2nd down, 8 for Madison Central. Presnell on the option. He'll give it back to Isbell. Isbell runs out of the grasp of one across to about the 37-yard line. If you don't get him initially, he's just going to run away from you, and Steve Jewell was there to get him after he got yardage from the 33 to the 37 to pick up a 4.
You know, Don, I think it's a little surprising. I don't think Jewell was intended to play defense tonight, and I don't know, there's something happened here. He's having to go both ways. And I think that also we're looking at a team that is executing very well. This Richmond team looks very good.
They're set to go now on a 3rd down and 4 situation from their own 37-yard line. Wow, must be a time problem. It is delay of game, because the official was standing all the way back to the Corbin 40-yard line. Wasn't he a little deep?
A little deep for that call. A little deep for that call, Don.
So that makes it a different situation. We'll make it 3rd and 9, and Madison Central passing. They haven't shown us the arm of Presnell thus far tonight.
No, they've not gone to the air. Looked like once that he was going to, but it just turned out to be an option. I think we'll see it, though, before the half.
So now they have the ball back to the 32-yard line. Third down, 9 yards to go, and he's back to throw, but the Corbin pursuit is there, and Bill, that was beautiful. You can't throw if you don't have the time to set up.
Well, you know, I know that Coach Adams charted Richmond, charted them 2 or 3 times, and I think that he saw something, and I think they've charted us too. Maybe that's why they haven't gone there. We've got pretty good pursuit there and look real good.
Jewell and Matt Church, I believe, were the 2 responsible, as the Redhounds now have forced Madison Central all the way back to the 25, a loss of 7, and they're kicking for the 3rd time tonight. This time with the wind behind its back, but not a very good kick as it's coming across midfield. Takes a good roll, though, for Central, and that's as good as the high punt that would have gone down there, as it's inside the 30 to the 28, and Corbin will take over there with their 3rd offensive series of the night. We have a timeout with 7:25 to go in the first half, and the score, Corbin nothing, Madison Central nothing. Are we having replays? Okay. Redhounds from their own 28, and Duncombe finds the hole up the middle. He comes across the 35 to about the 37. So Greg was running for his life.
He came through there, looked good on the option, came through there and picked his way pretty good. I see some things happening here. There was an opportunity there for 2 or 3 kids to put a lick on him, and I didn't see it happen.
Again, in case you haven't heard or did not know about the situation, Tommy Greer on the 4th play of this game was injured, and he was what Coach Cotton Adams was very dependent upon in that backfield, and he's not in the lineup now. Corbin looking for the 1st down, and how about that?
I believe it was Jackson, Don, because he's a water bug. He came through there. He thought he was stopped twice there, and he came all just spurts through. He's about 5'4" and 150 pounds. He looks tough.
He brings the ball for a Corbin 1st down to the 46-yard line. That's a run of 9 yards. And for Corbin, their 4th 1st down of this ball game. First and 10 from the 46. Duncombe, 2nd man, that's Steely, but there's nothing there for Darren Steely.
No, they had that stopped. They stopped it, read it all the way, Don.
No score in the game. It's a defensive struggle as Sam Jackson, number 25, reports back into the Corbin lineup, replacing number 46, Danny Rollins. Ball at the 45, actually a little loss on the play, but we'll call it 2nd down and 10. Duncombe back. He's looking to throw. Duncombe has the time, throws it short. Intended for Steve Rollins. A flag is down on the far side of the field. We'll have to wait to see. He didn't have his deep man Reedy open. They had him covered with double coverage, so he tried to go short. And again, he got away from the pursuit real well.
Got away from the pursuit, and I think that what happened was he just, he hurt it a little bit. The man was open where he tried to go to, which would have been for short yardage.
Illegal receiver downfield.
Illegal receiver downfield against Corbin. I only saw two people downfield personally. I saw number 18 and the intended receiver short. But the official on the far side of the field apparently saw somebody that shouldn't have been there, so Corbin could be penalized here. However, the pass was incomplete. Let's see what Madison Central elects to do. The option being explained right now. And they are going to step it off against Corbin. It's a major penalty. 15-yard penalty puts the ball back to the 30-yard line. Actually, the line of scrimmage right at the 45. We're back at the 30 now. And Corbin will have it second down. The line to gain is down at the Madison Central 44-yard line. 26 yards to go for the first down. And the Red Hounds, with the wind blowing right in their face now, they have a wing to the right side. Duncombe back to throw. Duncombe has time. He's looking long. Pennington will battle for it. Can't get it. Interference. We may get a break here.
Don, I didn't see just exactly. I saw the flag. I saw two men both going for the ball. I'm not sure of it, but Duncombe again, the ball was there. Both people fighting for possession of the ball.
I thought number 80, Tommy Gross, made a pretty good defensive play. Oh, well, I was elated that we may get the ball on a upfield 15 yards. That's what you do in high school. But instead, they called it against Pennington. Now, I go from one emotion to another when you see things like that.
Don, again, it was away from us. It's on the other side of the field. You really couldn't tell. Both people were fighting for the ball, and you couldn't tell if there was contact or not.
15-yard penalty.
Well, we're going to have a bunch of catching up to do as far as yardage is concerned. We're back 15 more yards. That would make it second down and 41. So if you're going to throw, you might want to throw for 20 or 40 yards at a clip.
Don, I hope that we can do something here. Just get enough room at least whenever we get the fourth here that we can go ahead and punt and get out of here and put them in poor field position.
Loss of down on that play. Well, a couple of bad breaks going against Corbin. 30 yards and penalties have put the ball back to the 15-yard line now, and Corbin will have it third down and 41 yards to go. Ball back at the 15. Duncombe on a draw. To the 20 comes Steely, and that's about all. Not a bad play. You got to consider the field position.
Wasn't a bad play. I think that if he got a little better possession of the ball, he was fighting to try to get the handle on the ball there. He almost broke out there and could have picked up another 5 yards.
No score in this game. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Field position so important in football, and now we would expect Madison Central to get good field position.
Looks that way, Don. Of course, again, Rose, if he gets his foot into it, he's a good, strong kicker. If he gets his foot into it, he could get it on back here.
Isbell is standing back at his 45, Rose at his 9. Rose has plenty of time to get it. Oh, and that's the way to kick it, too. That'll get you out of trouble. At the 40 to the 35, down to the 30, inside the 30, down to the 28. And, Bill, that's super.
That's what I said about that strong leg, Don.
He didn't get it up in the air, and had he gotten it up as high as we are, the wind could have held it up a little, but it was a low-line drive, and thus far tonight, Rose has been very effective in keeping Madison Central off our back.
This is going to be a real fight here. We're getting close here to halftime. It's going to be a real fight.
4:26 to go here in the first half as Rose kick 35, 52 yards on that kick. And Madison Central with the ball at their 28-yard line. Corbin, Madison Central struggling against each other here tonight. Madison Central has 5 first downs in the game. Their leading rusher has been Isbell. He's carried 8 times for 67 yards. They still have not passed, although they tried once and the quarterback was down behind the line of scrimmage. Presnell will hand it off to Kays. Finds running room around the right side to about the 36-yard line. Some 8 yards on that play.
It was a good run. He came through there. He picked up his blocking real well there. He came out. Just a good hard run, Don.
Sadler, one of the many Red Hounds that finally caught up with him. Alan Sadler, number 61 for Corbin. The gain is good for 8 yards to the 36-yard line.
36-yard line.
Halfback Jenkins to the right side, in wide left. Second down, 2. Quarterback pitches to Isbell, and Isbell is taken down by a nice hit on that right side. I think it was McGuett, number 29.
So we got another inexperienced one in there. I think he got a little bit of time last year as a JV and, you know, played in there behind Taylor a little bit, and he's playing that corner, and he came up and made a real good tackle down.
So it's short yardage by Isbell as he brings the ball up near a first down to the 38-yard line. Time is becoming an important factor here in the first half now. If Madison Central expects to get on the board, they're going to have to utilize that because they have only 3 minutes and 23 seconds in the first half. The measurement, the tip of the football is just enough to signify a first down. And that's 6 in the ball game for Central now. I think more than worrying about the arm of Presnell right now, we keep in the back of our mind the speed of Isbell.
That's right, Don. What we need to do, we need to show a little pride right here. It is getting close, and we need to tighten up right here. If we can hold them in this position right here and just go ahead and go in at halftime. If we get into halftime right now, just where we are, you can go in and make some adjustments.
First and 10 from the 38-yard line, in split left. Presnell was hit, but he got free and hit again. And let me pick up that number 54, Roger Rose. He put a shoulder into him.
Got a shoulder on him, and he went down.
So the gain is only 2 at the 40-yard line.
Number 63, Steve Jewell.
Second down and 8, 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Now as the clock ticks down to near the 2-minute mark, I would expect that Presnell may be looking for some of his people from his passing arm. Second and 8 at the 40. He is looking to pass. He throws it across the middle. I think that was into the ground.
It was in the ground.
So the incomplete pass intended for Derek Jenkins, a 5'9", 175-pound senior, goes incomplete, but it does stop the clock with 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here in the first half. We're scoreless. This is Don Estep with Bill Hoover and our entire crew, which the cameraman, Dale, what's your last name? Dale Johnson, George Fisher, Jerome Baird, and Gene Harless. That's our crew here tonight. Third down and 8 from the 40-yard line. Good pursuit by 68, Church.
Beautiful play by Church. That's got to give you some momentum. That's got to give you some momentum there, Don.
That's a 15-yard loss back to the 25-yard line, and I'm impressed right now with the way Corbin has risen to the occasion here tonight against this 4A club.
One for the team, all for the team. That's the Red Hounds, Don.
So the Corbin Red Hounds there in the white jerseys against Madison Central. They put them back on that one. A loss of 15 by Presnell as Matt Church put him down, and it's a punting situation. The kick out of there. Let's see if we'll get a return. Steely fumbles it. Steely can't find it. Madison Central has it at the 46 of Corbin. A minute 35, so your defense got a stiffen their neck again.
Don, that's just a situation there. You know, you can't tell, you know, it's lights. You know, how many times this year we played under the lights. I'm not trying to cover for him. Ball came down and hit him in the shoulder pads, and he made every attempt to get back on it.
I think he tripped in trying to get to the ball. Had he not tripped, probably would have been able to get to it first, but because of that, he couldn't get back up off the ground, as you saw, and consequently, they get a break at the 46-yard line. Presnell back to throw. He's being chased. He throws. Oh, got a man wide open at the 35 to the 30. Number 80 is Tommy Gross, a 6'1", 180-pound senior. So the ball
Down to the 30-yard line.
from the Corbin 46 down to the 30, a 16-yard pass play and a first down, which is number 7 in the game. They're fighting the clock with 1:05. Presnell calls again. Oh, tipped, almost intercepted. Darren Steely almost got the ball.
He did, and even on the deflection, number 80 for Richmond He almost came up with a super reception there.
55 seconds, so we're still not out of the woods by any means here. The ball at the 30-yard line, 2nd down and 10 for Madison Central. A big break coming. We'll be talking about the Corbin Varsity Club at halftime, a new organization, and Bill's going to fill us in on that. Presnell deep, his receiver. I don't know if he was thinking, which way am I going to go or what?
Don, that looked like a situation. He was out there. If he had just turned the right way, he had a chance to catch up with the ball. He just looked like he was leaning inside, and when he finally did look up, the ball was just a little ways away from him.
Harris was the intended receiver. McGuett and Foley covering for Corbin. So now it's 3rd down and 10. The ball at the 30-yard line and 50 seconds to go. Like to see McGuett pick this one off as he tries the same thing and go about 80 yards. Let's see what happens here. 3rd down play. Short pass across the middle. Good for 5 yards to the 25. That'll cost them some time now, and they're going to be faced with the 4th down play.
Don, they just called timeout here. There's something that I'm not too sure of. I know they do have a field goal kicker. They may be trying to get in position here. If they could get in a little closer, there's a chance, that may be what they're trying to do. I know they're trying to get 6 on the board, but that's always that chance.
We have a situation here, too, that the wind has been coming and going. It's not really blowing at all right now. Coach Cotton Adams, is that him out in the lineup? Yeah, is this something new?
That's a new rule this year. The coach has an opportunity that he can go to the huddle. I don't know how many times, but it is a new rule this year. The coach can go on the field and go to the huddle.
Well, I like that rule. In basketball, they're able to converse with the entire team. Why not in football if it won't hold up play?
That's right, Don.
From the 25 now, it's 4th down and 5 for Madison Central. 42 seconds to go, and the first half may be written in this next play. They do pick up 5 yards. Of course, they're alive. If they don't, Corbin probably will run out the clock. So it's a very, very big play as we have number 84 going wide to the left side. That's Joey Harris. Wide to the right side is number 80, Tommy Gross. Presnell, the quarterback. It's a draw. Isbell has the first down to the 19. Crafty play.
Everybody was looking past. We were standing up here talking past, and then that you've got a back here that can pick up 1,500 yards in 9 games last year. And who do they go to? They go to the race.
So he gets the first down, but now the clock is still their enemy. 35 ticks of it left here in the first half. That is first down number 8 as he picks up 6 yards to the Corbin 19. Clock runs at 28 seconds. Presnell looking across the middle, intercepted. And that's Foley, I believe, number 7, yes. Glenn Foley, and that's the way to stop a drive.
Beautiful play by Foley. I think Foley is one of these kids that was out last year and decided to come back out this year, and he's made a place for himself. He's back there, made a super play.
Let's look at that again, Bill, because this is a play that could, well, we'll be looking at them at halftime, I understand. But this is the kind of play that can lift you as you go to the dressing room.
That's right, Don.
Ready to go now, and of course Corbin will watch the clock there with only 10 seconds as we approach the half. I don't think Duncan wants to run a thing here. He won't. He looks at the clock, and we're dead even Steven here at halftime. Corbin nothing and Madison Central nothing. We'll be back to recap first half activity, talk with Bill Hoover about the Corbin Varsity Club right after this from our sponsors.
Okay.
What are we going to do?
We're going to replay that interception at the start of the second half. There won't be one right now.
Okay, let's go with it. Are you ready to go? We're just going to talk. Okay, are you ready? We're at halftime. Corbin nothing and Madison Central nothing in the opening game of the year. And taking a look statistically at the first half, Madison Central has the edge in rushing, 125 yards to 61 for Corbin. Madison Central attempted 6 passes, completed 2, had 1 intercepted for 21 yards. Corbin in the first half attempted 4 passes, completed 1 for 3 yards. as the Red Hounds picked up 4 first downs. Their leading rusher was Danny Rollins, 4 carries, 21 yards. Sam Jackson, 4 carries, 20 yards. The leading rusher in the first half was Isbell, number 2 for Madison Central. He carried the ball 10 times for 75 yards. So a very hard-fought first half of game. And Bill, I think if there's one difference is the fact that Isbell carried 10 times for 75. Had Tommy Greer been in the Corbin lineup, that probably would have been offset on the other side.
I think that would probably be so. Either offense or defensively, Tommy's back there, and he comes up and he makes those tackles. And even with a good back like Isabel, he'll know that Tommy's there, and he may not try to get there as fast as he has.
We're talking with Bill Hoover here at halftime. And we want to talk about the varsity club because Bill has been very instrumental in its organization. And I read a bit about it today, Bill, and I'd like for you to tell our viewers a little more in detail about what is happening as far as the Corbin Varsity Club is concerned.
Well, Don, that's something that I'm very excited about, as well as there's about 13 people that are actively involved within the organization. But the thing about it is it goes out to everybody within the community, anybody that's ever been through the school system, every cheerleader, pep club member, every student, fan, faculty member, athlete, anybody that has got anything to do as far as backing of the Corbin programs. And that's what we're soliciting for. We're trying to get membership of any member that we possibly can.
You know, I was under the impression it was only for players, but you're telling me that anybody can join that went to Corbin High.
It doesn't make any difference what sport, whether it be academic, whether it be tennis, golf, baseball, basketball, student. Doesn't make any difference. We're out to get, because there's a whole lot of those people that back the Red Hounds and have for a long time. We've got deep heritage there. It's rich in that, and we're just real tickled about it because there's a lot of things that we intend to do in order to preserve and upgrade the program, because the situation today economically, the schools are, they're in a pinch. Everybody's in a pinch, and we feel with the organization that we've got that we're going to be able to give the program the class that it well deserves.
One of the things that you've started with, of course, is the application and the membership, which is $25 annually. That's one of your fund drives. Another is the football program, I understand, and some of the benefits of this are, in case anybody should get alarmed, they're not all going to just the varsity club. Am I right?
No, everything. This is going to be a nonprofit organization. We've already applied for that through the Internal Revenue, and what we're trying to do is get it structured in a way that everything that comes in, that we're going to go ahead and put it back into the program. We're talking about establishing a Hall of Fame. We've got some people right now that are on the Hall of Fame committee. We've got an expenditure committee. We've got a membership committee. We've got just a lot of things that we want to do, and it's, I could talk about it, for the entire second half because we're really excited about it.
A lot of people are involved too, and you've spent many hours, and if a person wanted to become more involved in just hearing this, how could they do so?
Well, the first thing I'd like for them to do is, if they can, to get the Friday edition of the Corbin Times. If they can pick that up, the cover letter tells just exactly the purpose of the club and what we intend to do. We've got some things that we'd like to do for next year. We're talking about the possibility of setting up a bowl game. Those things have got to be clear, something similar to what the Rec Bowl is in Mount Sterling. We're talking about trying to subsidize some things with the baseball program in order maybe to get them on the road to have maybe possibly some games in the South this coming spring. We'd like to work real close with the basketball program, and hopefully we could come up with a Christmas tournament similar to what we used to have. Corbin is much in need of a track. We need it so bad, not only for track, but we also need it for a football program. We're talking about trying to do some renovation over at the stadium, trying to help with the dressing rooms and try to help with some of the restroom facilities, and just anything that we possibly can do in order to support the program and what the program has done for people like myself, my family, and the people that are affiliated with the club.
Bill, have you had another school to pattern this program after?
Well, the thing about it is Harold Reedy had followed real close some things that had gone on with Moeller High School, and I think anybody that's listening to what we're saying right now is familiar with Moeller High School. Moeller has this program. On the college level, Clemson has a program like this. We're trying to just solicit to everybody that cares anything about preserving and backing and supporting Corbin High School and the things that Corbin High School has in athletic endeavors, anything, girls basketball, cheerleaders, anything that's at a varsity level.
I want to repeat this because somebody just asked us the question right here. Do you have to be a Corbin alumni to join?
No, you don't, because we've got so many people in the Tri-County area that support each week. I looked down here just a few minutes ago, and you see so many people that are in our area now that are mobile or transit that came into our area, and there are more people a lot of times that back the Red Hounds that never went to school there, that work real hard in order to do the things that need to be done there. And we want every person that possibly cares anything about preserving the program. That's what we want.
I think this is great. Now, if a person should be alarmed saying a varsity club's going to take over everything and they're going to do what we like to do in certain other areas, such as a boosters club, is there any interference at all there?
No. What's happened, the Booster Club, you know, they came to our meeting, and we explained to them. We explained just exactly what our purpose was. The reason that we're starting the club is those ideas were formed by booster clubs, whether it was basketball boosters, band boosters, football boosters. We're talking about a varsity club that covers the whole spectrum, and what we're trying to do is to get out and raise the things in order to subsidize those programs. There's room enough for all those people. In fact, I joined the Boosters Club this past just a day ago, and we've already had 2 or 3 members of the Boosters Club that are already enrolled in our varsity club. So we're going to work hand in hand in that.
I think you got about 5 members that just joined you here with our crew, Bill. I didn't know a lot of these things, and so we're going to be a part of it. Listen, good luck with that, and if anybody has any more questions, direct them to me, and you and I will get here on TVS and explain, answer some of the questions. Now, Bill's not going to be able to be with me next week, has prior commitments, but some of our future telecasts, we'll get on and just talk about some of the things that people may be concerned about as far as the varsity club is concerned.
Okay, thank you, Don.
Okay, that's Bill Hoover, and we're at 0-0 here in our replay of this game between Corbin and Madison Central. We hope you enjoy it, and we're here because of people like this. We're going to pause for a message from our sponsor. Okay, we're ready to go. Okay.
Kicking off for the Indians, number 81, Lee Zoer.
No, it's not. We don't have to fix it up here, boys. We're going to miss it.
Here we go now, starting the second half of this game.
There you go.
And before we do, let's take a look at what preserved a 0-0
Flag on the play.
interception by Foley that preserved a 0-0 first half. And we have a flag immediately on the kickoff here. We'll try it again. Now, the red team tonight is Madison Central. Corbin in the white, and Corbin will be receiving to start the second half.
Here's foul, outside against the Indians. In the game for Madison Central, number 85, Mike Adams.
20 years ago, there was only one Richmond team.
Number 40 deep for Corbin is Steely. To the right side, number 18, Reedy. And McGuett to the left side, that's Steve Rollins. Now, number 40 taking the ball, and straight up field comes Steely across the 32, about the 32. Corbin will have good field position to start this second half. I'm glad Steely caught that, because fumbling the punt, you need to come back with something, and he gets the kickoff run back here to start the second half.
He had both arms and hands wrapped all the way around that one, Don.
So Corbin will have the ball at their own 33-yard line. And the Red Hounds have a wing formation to the left side, and that is in Steve Rollins. They try Danny Rollins, the fullback, and Danny gets maybe a couple of yards to about the 35. Bill, did you get a report at halftime on Tommy Greer?
Well, I just, Coach Pyers, former Coach Pyers, Judge Pyers just came by, and he said that he had an injured ankle, and evidently he had re-injured it, and they had taped it. But I see him on the sideline over there, and I don't know that he's going to be come back in there.
That's the report on number 24, Tommy Greer, who saw action for only 4 plays. Corbin with Reedy split wide to the left of slot man. On a 2nd down and 8, and Duncombe back to throw, but he's got company. He throws, and it's incomplete. Martin Earl Pennington, the intended receiver, and you got to admire the way that quarterback got it out of there. I thought he was going to be thrown for a loss.
Ball was on target. Ball was on target there. He might have been trying to run a little bit there before he caught it, but it was in there. It was a good pass.
The ball at the 35-yard line now, as Corbin will have it 3rd down and 8 yards to go, and they've come out in the second half showing Madison Central that they intend to pass the ball, as we have Steve Rollins, number 28, wide to the right. Duncombe back. They're letting him go. That's a screen, and Martin Earl Pennington has it. Made a nice move. He's up to the 45. Watch him dig for yardage, but he did get to the 45-yard line, and Corbin set that thing up beautifully.
Beautiful. Whenever he accelerated after he got his hands on the football was beautiful. He looked like a back coming out of the backfield.
We saw him pirouette several times last year at Everts, and we said that kid someday was going to be a great end for Corbin. So he's getting his chance this year as he's a starting end, and he catches the ball, goes 10 yards up to the 45-yard line. And for Corbin, they get their first down, number 5, and the first down of the second half. A light breeze blowing behind the back of Corbin now as the wing formation is to the left again. And this is Danny Rollins, and Danny's a hard-nosed kid as he brings it into Madison Central territory to the 49. That's a run of 6.
It was a beautiful run. Now, I can't tell you just exactly who's blocking on that side, but we had 2 people that blew 2 people from Richmond right off the line of scrimmage.
Bill, you and I talked at halftime off mic about the fact that Corbin looked more physical than Madison Central in the first half.
That's right. I think that, well, Corbin, you know, notoriously, they put the lick on, and I think that Richmond knows this. I've not seen Richmond make the contact that Corbin does.
Set to go now after that 6-yard run down to the 49-yard line, 2nd and 4, and they'll try it up the middle again. This is Steve Rollins, younger brother to Danny, and he gets the Corbin first down to about the 43-yard line. That's a run of 6 yards. And for the Red Hounds, that's first down number 7.
Number 87, Russell Thomas.
Was that number 40 that carried? I may be corrected on that. PA announcer said it did. So I'm looking for help, and nobody gave it to me on that one. Okay. Nevertheless, it's a first down for Corbin. 2 in this drive. And look at that blocking off that left side. And we hear the cheers of the Corbin section across the way. They're seeing this action a little better than we are, Bill, because it's so much closer, but doing a fine job.
What they see is a 5'4", 150-pound Sam Jackson over there. It's got more inspiration going than anybody that we've got on the field out there. He's coming out there and playing with enthusiasm as typical of any Red Hound team.
Sam Jackson picks up 6 more yards down to the 30, well, let's give him 7 yards down to the 36-yard line. And for Corbin, it's going to be 2nd down and 3 for the first down. Super way to start a second half, and we have a timeout called now as Coach Cotton Adams comes out with his group. With 9 minutes and 8 seconds remaining, we're in the 3rd period. There's no score. Okay. Corbin with the ball at the 36-yard line. 2nd down and 3, and that's number 40, Darren Steely. He lost the ball. They're still looking for it, and Madison's got it. I think.
They ruled him down.
Great.
And you know, both ways. They ruled him down there. He did cough up the ball, but he was already down before it came out.
So Corbin retains possession of the ball. That's why I said great. I don't know if you would have interpreted me saying as great that they had it. I was saying great that Corbin retained possession. It's going to be 3rd down. The ball about 2 yards away from first down yardage, and back to throw Duncombe. Duncombe looking for his deep man. He's going to have to run. No, he passes off to the right side. Number 28 is Steve Rollins inside the 10 near the 5-yard line. He lost me, and I looked up, and here's 28.
Perfect execution there. How many times did we see last year that pass dropped off like that to Greg Taylor where he turned that corner and cut it upfield? Beautiful play, beautiful execution by Duncombe and Rollins.
I was following number 88 downfield, and all of a sudden here's number 28 with the ball. That from the 34 down to the 7-yard line. 27 yards on the pass play, and Corbin's 3rd first down in this drive that originated back at their 33-yard line. So this is the most serious penetration for either team tonight. 1st and goal from the 7-yard line. And the carry goes to about the 5, and a penalty marker has been dropped. And that was after the play had developed. Let's look and see if we can determine it's against Corbin. But let's go back a moment now and look at that beautiful play of a moment ago that got Corbin down to.
Was thrown after the play, and I believe they said that it was clipping, and I didn't see it.
Dead ball foul.
Dead ball foul. Personal foul. Okay. It's been another costly one. We had some of those happen to us in the first half, and that puts the ball back to the 24. Duncombe has time. He looks. Pennington. A little off target.
A little off target. He made a super effort, though, to get the ball. He tried to keep his feet in bounds and still try to reach out and snatch the ball. Pennington made a super effort.
What I like starting the second half, Corbin has had the ball for 10 plays. Central has not touched it. They've been able to use about 4 minutes of the clock and moving the ball from their 33 down to the 7. Now the 15-yard penalty, putting it back to the 24, where Corbin will have it 3rd down and goal from the 24. A very costly 15-yard penalty of a personal foul a moment ago. But now Duncombe will send wide to the left side. Nooners-Reedy in the slot is Pennington, number 88. Behind him, Rollins and Steele from the 24. Duncombe back to throw. They flood it to the left side. Duncombe running for his life. He throws. His pass incomplete.
It's incomplete.
He put it right in the belly of
Up by Jenkins.
well, Jenkins credited with breaking it up, but Nooners-Reedy made a dive for it.
What had happened there, Reedy went out around a deep curl pattern, it looked like, and he was open for a moment there, and I don't think Duncombe could find him. When he did find him, he threw it, he underthrew him. Reedy came back probably 12 yards. Great quickness coming back to the ball and made a dive for it.
On the 24-yard line.
For those of you that are interested, and I'm sure most of you are, Corbin has been penalized 50 yards, whereas Madison Central has been penalized 20 yards in tonight's game. And, of course, that 15-yard penalty a moment ago, a very, very big one. The ball back at the 24 now, and this is going to be a 4th down and goal to goal. Incomplete pass. I'm not sure what they were intended to do there. Pass intended for Reedy, but it didn't develop.
I don't know whether they claim that they gave him no, they did. I thought they gave him a reception on that, but they didn't. But it was, they tried to set something up.
So the penalty erases a great drive for Corbin as they had the ball for 13 plays. But now Madison Central takes over on downs at their own 24-yard line, and this is their first offensive series of the second half. There's no score in the game. 7:57 to go, 3rd period. Pitch to Isbell. Isbell following interference beautifully. And he gets it all the way up to the 37-yard line as Steve Jewell is there to pull him down. I do like the way Isbell lets the people work for him.
He picks his way. He can pick his way, or he can lower his head and come on around there. The thing that surprised me a little bit, Corbin seemed to be playing offense on that first play, and they're supposed to be on defense on that play. He came through there around the end.
It's a 14-yard run up to the 38-yard line and a 1st down for Madison Central. The pitch goes back to Isbell, being chased off that corner. He comes across the 45 up to about the 48, and chunks of yardage now, gets another 10.
Let's see. We had Foley that came up and made the tackle on that. He's a good, strong runner. You make contact on him, he's going to go ahead and carry you a little bit. Runs a little hard like Greg did last year.
Both teams are looking better offensively as he gets 10 more yards and another Madison Central 1st down. The ball up to the 48-yard line. So they utilized the middle that time and got about 5 more. The number 35, Eric Ogden, puts it down to the Corbin 45, and again it's 63, Steve Jewell making the tackle. 6 minutes and 52 seconds to go in the 3rd period. There's no score. Madison Central down at the Corbin 45-yard line now. And once again, it's Ogden, the ball carrier. So I think they're teasing us right now. They're making us play the middle and watch out around wide.
thing that's happening to us here, you know, we've gone down here and we've got our head down a little bit because we didn't get in and didn't get a piece of what we came so close to getting. And I think that what we're going to have to do is bow up here and play some defense because they're taking pretty good chunks right now.
They have it now 3rd down and 1. The ball at the Corbin 42-yard line. I think the Central player jumped. At least I'm hoping number 77 is the culprit.
Looked that way. About the time he moved, we had a man that came on across like you're supposed to on that.
So entirely different situation. 3rd down 1, now 3rd down 6. And with that situation, of course, Madison Central could end up turning over the football because if they don't get the long yardage situation, they'll have a 4th down play coming. 0-0 our score. It's been a head knocker here tonight. Of course, Corbin's penetration down to the 7 a moment ago, but the penalty putting it back was the most serious penetration for either team tonight. Here we go. It's 3rd down and 6 for the 1st down. Presnell pitches back, and Isbell hit hard at the 40. I believe he got it. Yes, he had to get to the 41 for the 1st down. He got right to the 40, and he shows us that he's a class player.
He's a class player, but we got a freshman out there that's playing that corner that stood right in there, fought off a block, and made the contact that eventually drug him down.
A 7-yard run for Isbell, and that's the 3rd 1st down in this series for Madison Central. They've taken the ball from their 24 down to the Corbin 40-yard line now. They have 11 1st downs in the ball game. Ogden again up the middle, so basically Madison Central is going to 2 plays. Isbell wide and Ogden to the middle, and they're both getting good chunks of yardage. Ogden that time put it down 8 yards to the 32 before Rose made the tackle.
Quarterback executed that real well that time. He put the ball in there, and it actually looked like he pulled it back out and had it on his hip when he came out there. It fooled us a little bit.
Down at the 32, 2nd and 2. He's going to be hit this time, and watch Martin Earl Pennington wrap him up. So Corbin tonight, every time they've had to, they've come up with big plays, and that's why we really, I guess, are in a 0-0 ball game.
And we're playing tough. We're playing tough right now, and it's a tough situation because here they're coming down the field and they're picking up good yardage. And we just got to dig in right here.
Loss of 5, back to the 37 by Presnell, the quarterback. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 6 for the 1st down. I thought I saw offsides then, but Isbell gets the call. Isbell sliding off people. Almost went the distance around inside the Corbin 25, and Reedy saved the day.
Reedy made the tackle again. He's playing tough over there for a freshman.
On the left side, I thought I saw the red jersey moving and didn't see the flag, so apparently he was able to get by with his early movement. Nevertheless, that has put the ball down to the 21-yard line, a run of 16, and another 1st down. Isbell carries for 16. Isbell gets the call again, and he's down for about 6 more yards to the 15, and he doesn't seem to be getting tired. He seems to be getting his momentum.
Rawlings and Jewell put a super lick on him that time. Let's just see how he carries the ball after that lick.
They have spotted it at the 16, a run of 5, and it's going to be 2nd and 5 for Madison Central. 3:30 in the 3rd period. And a timeout has been called. It's a call by Corbin. So the Red Hounds want to talk about some defense. 3 minutes, 26 seconds to go. 3rd period. There's no score. We'll be right back. Okay. Madison at the 16-yard line. Their deepest penetration of the game has been down to the 15. 2nd down and 5. Man in motion left side. And again trying that short yardage situation, which brings it across the Corbin 15 to about the 13-yard line, a run of some 3 yards. So Eric Ogden has put the ball down at the Corbin 14 for a couple of yards, and this is the deepest penetration thus far in the game for Madison Central. Jewell making the tackle. Ogden has picked up 37 yards here tonight in 6 carries. 3rd down, a couple of yards to go. And Isbell apparently will be, well, he's going to be close, right around the 11-yard line. Martin Pennington, from his defensive end position to the right side, was there to make the stop for Corbin. They look across the way to see whether or not it's a first down. He got 3 yards down to the 11. 2 minutes and 39 seconds to go, third period. These teams head knocking all the way tonight. Corbin's deepest penetration, the 7. Now Madison Central looking for a first down at the 11. Corbin has come up with a couple of big defensive plays to thwart Madison Central tonight. One an interception, another a big defensive lick earlier in the ball game when they got to Isbell and caused the fumble. But now they're called upon again to come up with that big defensive play as Madison Central has the 11-yard line first down. And for them, that's their 13th first down tonight. So really, they could end up getting a first down without crossing the goal line. Gross split wide right. He's number 80. Presnell is the quarterback. They're going to try their bread and butter man, and that's Isbell. He's being chased. And although the player that he got away from Steely, Steely was able to contain him long enough.
Steely made the play. Steely did just what he's supposed to. He came up on him just enough to make him hesitate where we had the pursuit that was there that stopped the play.
So that's one big play. But you're going to be called upon in this situation to come up with at least 4. It could be a yard gain to the 10-yard line, and Central will have it second down and 9. 2 minutes to go, third period. The ball right at the 10. Presnell looking, pitching back. Well, he's going to have it now. I was kind of thinking as the defense reacted, I thought Ogden was getting it on beautiful faking into the middle, Bill, and there was no contest when number 2 Isbell got it for the 10-yard touchdown.
He got it, and all the pursuit was inside there. He got it, it was outside, it was all the way. Beautiful play.
So each team has looked better offensively the second half. It took them 13 plays to go to 76 yards for their score, coming with 1:47 to go in the third period. Corbin probably would have been on the board had it not been for the penalty. So both teams have been able to move the football in their offensive possessions tonight. People off sides. I don't know what's going to happen here. Corbin trying to get in there and block that one. In our next replay, we're going to concentrate more on some of the interior linemen and things like that. We'll have better facilities for that. Tonight, we're standing on top of a press box and just lucky to be able to call the offensive people that carry the ball and the defensive people. But we do want to identify more of those that give the sweat, blood, and tears week after week for Corbin, and we're going to be talking about these young kids more as the season goes on. Madison Central will call a timeout. With 1:47 to go, they lead by 6-0. And did they step off a penalty there?
I can't see the tape.
I don't.
Because it would be at the hash.
It would be half the distance against Corbin. Okay. Which means about 1.5 yards to go. This would bring to your mind, perhaps with the way that they've been running tonight, that they may want to go for 2 instead of 1.
I see Isabel just came back in. I don't think he was in there for the extra point, so I'd say that they're going to go for the 2.
This does entice them to do that. Don't know the extent of their kicking game, but the kid did get it off after the whistle had blown, and it went through the uprights. However, this would put the pressure on Corbin in an effort at a comeback should they score, and the opportunity being 1.5 yards, I think I'd do what they're doing also. Here's the try for the 2-point conversion. Isbell. I don't think he's got it. Late effort, he got it. The second effort got it for him.
That second effort did it. He was held there at the line just momentarily, and then he leaned on in.
So we have a timeout with 1:47, third quarter, and the score now, Madison Central 8, Corbin nothing. Yards on that scoring drive. Isbell going in from 10 yards out and then getting the 2 points after to make it 8-0 with 1:47 to go. Alan Sadler a little slow getting up there, helping him off the field right now. And of course, he's another very important cog in the Corbin offensive line as he's the starting center. He seems to be all right as he walks along the sideline. Well, the Red Hounds have their work cut out for them. We're playing tougher schedule this year. That 8-1 record last year the possibility that Corbin could lose some games this year and still be a state champion because of the schedule. But we're hoping that they can come back in this one tonight. The kick is going to be hard to handle, but it is handled by Reedy at the 18. He slips down at the 25. If you're going to do any passing, the wind seems to be whipping up right now, and it's going to be behind Corbin's back, but we only have 1:40 to go in the third quarter.
Well, you know, you were talking about, you know, Duncombe's arm. Duncombe's got a good arm here, and I think that Corbin's they can arise to the occasion. They've done it so many times in the past, and I think that you're going to see probably a quarter of good football left here.
Corbin at the 25, first and 10. Reedy, number 18, wide right. In the slot is number 28, Steve Rollins. Corbin's second offensive possession, the second half. As the pitch goes to Steely, not much room for Steely on that left side, maybe a couple to the 27. For those of you that haven't read or heard by word of mouth and perhaps just seeing your first Red Hound football or hearing about it tonight, Tommy Greer was injured in the first half after 4 plays. Greer probably would be counted on to be Corbin's number 1 running back this year. And so Corbin has had to go the entire route, more or less, without Greer. It's a gain of 2 to the 27. Duncombe looking, throws it across the middle, had a lot of pressure on him and almost had it intercepted as number 36, Kay, got his hand on the football. So right here, you get down there and trying to come back and you make a mistake, and then things can collapse on you if you're not careful.
Yeah, you need to hurry, but you don't need to be in too big a rush about it. We've got a situation here. We've got a lot of football left. Don't need to get in too big of a hurry. We've got plenty of time.
So the ball at the 27 will be 3rd down and 8 to go for the first down. Pennington wide right, and the slot is Steve Rollins. And Duncombe looks to throw and played it right, I think, and the fact that he could have thrown the football out there, but the angle that he would have had to throw it, Bill, would be very dangerous. Player cuts in front of Steely, perhaps the intended receiver, or maybe Pennington on upfield. They have nothing but a goal line in front of them.
That's right. All we need to do right now is to get some momentum. I think it was smart not doing that.
I'd like to call a timeout with 4 seconds here, but they won't, to get some of that breeze behind his foot. That's the end of the third period. So the clock runs out, and Roger Rose is going to be called upon again. He did it for us in the first half with some beautiful kicking. Corbin will have the ball back at their own 18-yard line after a loss of 9 yards on that last play. They'll have it 4th down and long, as we'll return in a moment with the 4th and final period of this game. After 3 quarters, the score is Madison Central 8, Corbin nothing. Here we go as Rose gets the kick out of there, and again, impressive kicking as he puts it across midfield inside the 40 to the 35, down to the 34. And again, Bill, we applaud Roger Rose in his kicking.
He's had the same spot 3 times. He's within 10 yards of the same spot 3 times in a row.
Bill just brought to my attention a moment ago, 20 years ago tonight, something happened. A 0-0 game between these two teams. You remember well.
That was at Campbell Field. That was 1962, Don, and that was the year that I think it was Coach Hard's first year in Corbin. He went on that year to take Corbin all the way to the runner-up playoffs in Lexington against Danville that year.
My second year, by the way, behind the microphone. Started out with Carl Oakley. Here's the gain across the 35 with Madison Central. Their line of scrimmage the 34 as Ogden brings it for a couple of yards. And Corbin has been hitting hard. Right now, endurance is going to be a big part of the outcome of this game, I would think.
Corbin, I stand up here and I look on the other side over there. I know that Greer's over there. We've got Michael Frederick, who was the starting end up until an automobile accident a week ago or 2 weeks ago. We've got Jewell out there that wasn't even supposed to play until about the 2nd or 3rd game. And we're playing with, I'm not making an excuse, we're playing with a lot of inexperienced people out there, but I think that they need to be credited with the stand they've taken here tonight. And we've still got plenty of football left, too.
Steve Jewell is playing with reckless abandon. If he wasn't supposed to play defense, he's played about all the defense here tonight. He has been super as he makes the tackle on Presnell up at the 40-yard line. That's a pickup of 4 yards. But Madison Central now, this is the time for Corbin's defense to really react because it's a 3rd down and 5. And Corbin needs the football. This is Isbell trying to cut the corner. Now the pursuit is there. But you see that number 64 or 84, I thought, came in from behind, and maybe.
I think we've got a clip. I think we've got a clip. Yes, it's against them. Holding against them.
Okay, so Isbell did not get the 1st down. Do you want to take a chance here, or do you want to make them kick?
Let me see. We're looking at 3rd and 4.
It would be 4th down and about 2 if we decline the penalty. It's a big decision because you move it back 15 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 19.
I put them back.
Okay.
I put them back.
Let's see what Coach Cotton Adams is going to do in this situation. He's going to put them back too. So Bill, you and Coach Adams agree he's going to take a chance that in this that Corbin could get better field position.
That's right. You know, Coach Adams played 20 years ago tonight in that game, and I'm sure that he remembers that nothing game very well.
Ball is back to the 25-yard line. This is Don Eastup with Bill Hoover. On our initial telecast of Red Hound football, we had an introductory show last Thursday night, but we'll be here on Southern Cable TV, Channel 11, your eyewitness television, on Sunday nights at 8 o'clock. The ball back to the 25. It's 3rd down, about 19 for the 1st down. Presnell, oh, that's the way. That's the way. And they're even deeper back at the 18. And number 61, I think. Yes, Alan Sadler.
Alan Sadler made a super play there. He read it all the way. Quarterback came out and tried to do a little option to this side. Sadler had it all the way.
That's a loss of 7 by the quarterback, Presnell. He's not having a good game offensively as far as rushing. He's minus 35 yards. Corbin being able to get to him. So the decision a moment ago by the coaching staff looks good at this point because they're in punt formation. 87 kicking. And fair catch called for and taken by Steely. So Corbin will have good field position. 9:28 remaining. We're in the 4th quarter. Corbin will have the ball at their own 42. We'll be back as the Red Hounds go on the attack right after these messages from our sponsors. Corbin needs 8 points just to tie up this game. 9 minutes and 28 seconds remaining. This is the replay here on Channel 11 TV of a game played on Friday night in the opener. The pitch going to Steely. Steely doesn't have room again, but he does dog his way for a couple of yards to about the 44.
Looked good on that. It looked like to me that we, could have possibly picked up a flag there. We had a couple of people who came in there kind of late on the play.
Corbin will have it 2nd down and 8. Clock goes down to 9 minutes. Ball is at the 44. 2nd down, 8. And they're trying the power up the middle, and I think it's Rollins that gets it across the 45 near the 48-yard line. Some 4 more yards, and it is Danny Rollins, number 46, the ball carrier for Corbin. So the ball at the 48-yard line, and Corbin will have it 3rd down and short yardage. Let's call it 3rd and 3 for the 1st down. So another big play, and we've had a lot of those here tonight.
It's the most critical play of the ball game right here.
Corbin needs to maintain possession with only 8 minutes and 18 seconds to go. The wind really whipping up if they try any passing game right in their face. This is Sam Jackson hitting the backfield, but watch him go. Bouncing at the chain. Did he make it? It would be close.
It's close, awful close.
I saw somebody knock at his foot about 2 or 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Sam got up there, and we're looking almost straight across, but apparently they pushed him back just a little bit. And Corbin will have it at the 49 of Madison Central. 4th down and 1. And of course, they're going for it, and I think that's right with the little time remaining.
Got to go right here. You don't have any choice on it. You can hope to maybe even draw them off size. Nope, didn't happen that way. Good job. Good play.
Steely got the 1st down, and a big one for Corbin there. Darren Steely gets Corbin's 9th 1st down of this game. 7:24 to go. He carries the ball for, let's say, 2 yards to the 47. Madison Central on top by 8-0. From the 47-yard line, Duncombe back to throw. Duncombe chased now. Gregg on the roll. Tries to evade people and does get away almost back to the line of scrimmage.
He was a little agile coming around this end over here. He had 2 or 3 people in front of him, 2 chasing him. He tiptoed around 1 or 2 there before he finally did get bumped out of bounds.
Very close to the original line of scrimmage. Let's call it a loss of 1. And it'll be 2nd down and 11 at the 48-yard line of Madison Central. 6.5 minutes remaining. Central leading by 8-0. Again, we point out this is a 4A club that was 9-2 last year. Duncombe back. He throws long. I think maybe some miscommunication there, because Duncombe threw when Martin Earl Pennington cut in. I think he thought maybe the pattern was going longer.
He thought that the pattern was going longer. He just threw the fastball, and it was high and wide.
Incomplete pass, stops the clock with 6:18. Now 3rd and 11. We went through the first 8 games last year, and we didn't have as many big plays in 8 games as we've had in this opener tonight.
That's right. You know, the thing about it is, though, is like we said in the opening part of our program here, we're talking about the schedule, and we're going to see plenty of that this year.
3rd and 11 from the 48, and they're going to try a running play and watch him run. That's Steve Rollins down to the 39, and that's going to set us up with a 4th down and not too long. Bill, what about that play?
It was a real gutty run there by Rollins, number 28. It was a super run. He came out there and took a super shot from somebody, and he bounced up quick. Looked good.
So Steve Rollins has carried the ball tonight 4 times for 20 yards. And that one for 9 yards to the 39. It's 4th and 2. And those plays just continue to be big. 5:42 to go. From the 39-yard line. Oh, push hard. They got Danny's number that time. Nothing there for him, Bill.
Went to the well 1 time too many that time.
So Corbin fails to go maybe a yard to the 38-yard line, but Corbin needed 2, and the Red Hounds give it up on downs. Now 5:27 to go. Madison Central has had the ball twice this second half. This is their 3rd offensive possession. That's Isbell. Steely, number 40, found his number quickly.
That's Isabel again. He made a fine run. We're still out there. We're making good contact. And you're going to see Red Hound Pride take over here. We've got about 4:50 left here in the 4th quarter.
The gain is good for 3 yards to the 42. Central 2nd and 7. And that's a long time, and you got Corbin's potential for the bomb. So they're still very much a part of this game.
We've got a penalty here, and I'm not real sure just exactly whether you go ahead and take the down or you're taking the yardage because of time here.
So Corbin, if it's a major penalty, I think they would want it 15 yards deeper.
Just 5 yards.
It's only 5 yards, so that means that Central will get another down with 4:34 to go. Illegal procedure in the backfield, and it'll be 2nd down, about 13 for the 1st down. The ball back at the 36. Presnell intercepted. No. That was so close. Number 62, Bill, look him up because he came within an eyelash. That was Richard Fox. Richard cut in front of the man, and you know, you kind of wonder about Madison Central. Of course, it's a surprise play to me, but doing something like that was in our favor.
That was, sure was. You wouldn't expect that at all, even with the second, and it just didn't make any sense at all.
4:15 to go from the 36-yard line. Corbin called timeout, and the defensive coaches were really upset, and at the last instant, one of the I think the strong safety ran up there and said, let's call timeout because we're not in the right defensive alignment.
You know, I couldn't tell whether we were short. It didn't look like any alignment that I'd seen us in tonight. Looked like we only had two people on this side of the line over here.
So we do have a timeout, 4:15 to go, and the score is Madison Central 8, Corbin nothing. We'll be right back. Corbin has called the timeout to set their defensive alignment now, and let's see what happens here on 3rd down and long. Isbell gets the pitch. That's number 2. He's hit at the 40 and taken down is number 46, Danny Rollins, and several other Red Hounds over there, Fox, Sadler. 4 minutes to go now, and it's going to be 4th down. Some 8 yards to go for the first down. So right now, a block kick would look good. Let's see what happens from the 29. Okay, Steely's calling for a fair catch, and he gets it. Corbin really has work cut out for them. Deep in their own territory at the 23-yard line, and these young Red Hounds against one of the most powerful 4A schools in the state of Kentucky will be asked to go 67 yards in hope of tying the game with only 3:37, and that's a tall order.
You know, we were also in the first part of this tonight, we were looking at the depth of Richmond here, and I don't know just exactly how many people they've used, but you look at every position, almost every senior on this Richmond team is backed up by another senior.
Corbin set to go from the 23. Sam Jackson, hard head right across the 25 to about the 26. The wind's against you. The time's against you. 3:19 to go. From the 23-yard line, Jackson has brought the ball forward to the 27, a pickup of 4, and 2nd and 6. The wind really is whipping up now. Duncombe to throw. Duncombe throws. Reedy, great catch. Reedy struggling from people up to the 40-yard line.
That's those soft hands. Reedy's got those soft hands. He went up high, caught the ball, caught it in traffic. He's a freshman.
He's a super freshman. He got that ball for a 13-yard completion up to the 40-yard line, and he had people all over him. Corbin in the white shirts. Donnie Stepp and Bill Hoover tonight, along with our TVS crew from Madison Central in the opening game of the year. Duncombe one step back, throws. Good pass intended for Pennington. That stops the clock now with 2:37. 8-0, Madison Central leading. Corbin from their own 40 will have it 2nd and 10.
Second down 10.
Pennington wide to the right. Steve Rollins is in the slot. The tight end to the left side is Reedy. Reedy's blocking this time as the pass goes inside, intended for Jackson. He can't hold on at the 48.
25, Sam Jackson.
The coverage was breaking down,
Number 36, Joey Cage. Third down
and
10.
Duncombe had to get rid of it at the 40, so it's 3rd down and 10 with 2:32 to go, and we're getting down to that big play situation again.
Where's Tommy Greer?
Yeah, he's the one. We talk about his running, but Bill, you know, his sprinting out on those passes is just as important.
That's right. He's got great hands. He showed it so many times last year. We really miss him.
Pennington wide to the right now. This is 3rd and 10 from the 40. Duncombe has more time than a moment ago. Has it intercepted too at the 46-yard line. When you play percentages like they're doing, and Madison Central setting up knowing what Corbin has to do, the percentages shift just a little bit, and you kind of expect things like that to happen.
So many people, whenever they come to a football game, they want to see the ball put in the air, and the percentages show you time and time again. It's an exciting brand of football, but when you play by the sword, you can die by the sword.
So Madison Central will take over after the pass interception at the 46-yard line with only 2:04 to go. They're going to be a conservative team now as Ogden gets the call again. And only thing I think that they have in mind, Bill, is not a score, but get at least a first down and eat up the time.
That's exactly right. They're going to try to stay conservative. I feel that way.
And on the other end, as we wind down and things look very dismal for Corbin, they've turned in a fine game here tonight.
They played a fine football game all the way through. The depth of our squad, they played with typical Red Hound tradition.
So Madison, and a fumble, or no, I thought 7. I'm hoping too much.
It was close and made a good lick there. It was Isabel again in the middle.
I saw the ball come up and was hoping maybe that it got free. It didn't with 1:09 to go. 49-yard line. 3rd and 6. Well, I don't know how many timeouts Corbin has remaining, but if they can hold them here, I think they would use whatever they had if they had one. 50 seconds to go. 3rd down and 6. And that's Alan Sadler. So Alan lets the fullback know that he's been in a ball game, and not only Alan, but several others out there. Corbin calls the timeout with 38 seconds to go. With that timeout, we want to remind you about the fine sponsors that make this possible here tonight, to patronize them, to watch us on Sunday nights for the replays. Next week, it's going to be Corbin and Bryan Station, and things don't let up at all.
No, it's the schedule's that way all year.
So we invite you to join us for the replay. And, of course, after you watch this one tonight, we, more than anything, too, want you to be there Friday night to support these Red Hounds. I don't think that in any sense that people should be dejected over this because of the kind of game Corbin's played and against the kind of team. And watch out, we may be looking at the AA champs right out there in those white jerseys tonight. Here it is, a 4th down play. 35 seconds. Reedy. Here he goes right side. Nothing there, but watch him go. 25, 30, 35. Just super. I've used that term a lot tonight with number 18, but it's so true.
He's exciting. Very exciting.
I thought he was going to be down near the 20-yard line. He was somehow able to maneuver. Now Corbin has a prayer, and that's about it. 25 seconds to go. Valuable seconds ticking off. They're going to have to really move it quickly here. Duncombe, 13 seconds. Here he goes, throws it way down. I don't know. Nobody will get it. 8 seconds to go. Reedy was down there, but I don't know what you say in a situation like this. Yes. The odds, you know, of something like this happening in pro football, they throw it all the way and everybody bats it up in the air and hopes somebody can come down with it. But you're all the way down to the 35 in high school football here. So here are 8 seconds to go. Penalty marker down and incomplete with 2 seconds. Corbin's scoring opportunity tonight was denied because of a penalty. Madison Central then took it, and they gained momentum out of that, Bill, and they were able to go 76 yards in 13 plays. And when one team goes down, so often you see the other team get pumped up.
Well, you know, you come out the second half, and whatever Coach Adams said to them at halftime, you know, they were very much inspired. They came out here, they marched the ball down the field, got to the 7-yard line. We had a personal foul down there, took the wind out of our sails. We ended up not getting anything out of it, turned around with our head down. They came back down the field. We made several stands time and time again, never did give up. Finally, the good back of Isabel and the final line of Richmond took it into the end zone.
We have to have a 65-yard ball at Corbin 35-yard line, and Reedy's out there wide right again. Now he's run downfield twice in a row. Dunk him back. And that's the ball game. Madison Central wins it by 8-0. And I want to thank Bill Hoover as we worked together for the first time. Bill, you did a super job, and we're looking forward to having you as our color man throughout the year. I appreciate it. I enjoyed it and look forward to it. Thank you very much, Tom. Thank you, Bill. We'll be back in a moment with a wrap-up right after this message from our sponsor.
Okay.
You'll be back. The Corbin Red Hounds go down to defeat, but not before a real battle here tonight against Madison Central on Madison's home field, losing by a score of 8-0. As Corbin ended up with 10 first downs and 153 yards gained, penalized 52. Of course, the 15 at the 7, the most important of those 52. The leading rusher tonight, Sam Jackson, 33, and Danny Rollins, both 33 yards. Jackson carried the ball 7 times, and Rollins had it 8 times. In passing, Corbin went to the air 19 times, completed only 4, and had 1 intercepted, but that percentage would be way down because of the situation that Corbin was passing in near the end and just throwing it up, hoping somebody could get to it, and very obvious passing situations there would bring the percentage down. For Madison tonight, well, Isbell was the player. Carried the ball 20 times for 148 yards as Madison gained 209 yards, and they had 13 first downs as Madison wins the statistical battle. Passing, they went to the air 7 times, completed 2, and had 1 intercepted. And as we said, Isbell with 148 yards on 20 carries here tonight. We'll be on the air with the playback next Sunday night here on Channel 11, Southern Cable TV. As Corbin takes on Lexington Bryan Station, their home opener. We hope you can be there, and we hope you'll join us for the playback here on TVS. On behalf of our crew, Jerome Baird, Gene Harless, Dale Johnson, and George Fisher, and my colorman Bill Hoover, this is Don Estep saying good night from Richmond, Kentucky. Again, the final score was Madison Central 8, Corbin, nothing.